There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. I'm happy today.
Why are you happy?
I'm happy today.
What happened to you?
Right before the show, you were with me.
Uh-huh.
I figured out a loophole. It's called the pee-pee loophole.
Okay.
The pee-hole loophole.
Pee-hole loophole?
The pee-hole loophole, which is I realized. So we were going to maybe cover the story. We're not going to cover it in the main episode of the show. This is a cold open, which is the way we like doing this.
Yeah.
Is that a guy ruined $511 worth of sandwiches by pissing all over them. Right?
Yeah.
But the way he got the manager in a bind is that at no point did they see him take his penis out of his pants to urinate upon a cooler of sandwiches.
Okay.
So what he did, now this guy obviously, he was a rascal in a rascal.
All right.
Because he had a motorized wheelchair. And he got out of the wheelchair and propped himself up against this cooler of sandwiches. And I guess he did have to go to the bathroom. But he did decide he wanted that urine to go upon the sandwiches. So what he did was, George Washington at the foot of the boat heading across the Delaware style,
Yeah.
put the foot up on top of the cooler where the sandwiches were.
Oh, he's wearing shorts.
Pants. He let the piss flow from his pee hole through the pants legally around the leg into the sandwiches. Ruined the sandwiches, right? They had to get rid of the
destruction
sandwiches.
of property.
But it's completely legal to piss your pants.
Yeah.
It is not indecent exposure if you piss inside of your pants. So you can they're having a hard time figuring out what the issue is. He says he's offering to pay for the sandwiches, which is also like something else. He shouldn't, because that means then he's saying he's pissing. But I do. If I was his lawyer, I'd say don't offer that. But I'm not his lawyer. I'm a comedian. I like hearing about the piss, right? So I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about the outcome of the trial.
I think that, all right, first of all, I think everything you're saying is flawed.
No, you are wrong. You can piss
How am I
in
wrong?
front.
That's all I said.
You can go in front of a police officer. I'm
not saying you can't.
And you can pee in your pants.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I don't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
They can't arrest you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're just pissing your pants.
But you have a bunch of fucking piss in your pants.
But you
So
won.
how are you winning?
You beat the police officer.
What do you mean? Like you beat him? Like,
No. You pissed in front of him.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the law. You beat the courts.
Yeah.
You're better than the country. You're Teflon.
But you have piss in your pants.
That's how
and you're gonna get a rash.
That's how you win.
That's not winning.
A W is a W.
That's not a W.
Sometimes you got to take out the other guy for you to win.
What's your goal?
To tell the police officer you can't arrest me.
But for what?
Because I can openly pee, not inside of a bathroom.
You can't openly pee. You're peeing in your pants.
But I'm
That's
openly
not openly peeing.
The pee is not open.
Yeah.
The action is.
Yeah, but you're fucking got a crotch that's covered in your own piss.
Not unless I wear wet pants. Welcome to Side Stories. My name is Henry Zabrowski.
You're
I'm sitting
wrong.
here with Ed Larson. No.
So
Side
what,
Stories.
You want to go around with piss in your pants?
Side Stories, LPOTL@gmail.com.
If your pants are already wet, that just means they're wet more with piss.
But you can't be arrested.
Who cares?
I'm just saying it's a way to legally pee outside. If you want to. I'm just saying there's...
Do it in your backyard.
Oh, but that requires a backyard. You're being classist. I'm saying that you can go and you can piss in your pants for free.
Yeah.
And be free anywhere in this country. But I do want to know.
You're a prisoner of your own piss if you do that.
But it's your piss.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean it's great, Henry. Do you think you have good piss?
No. I got bad piss. But it's mine. It's my choice. Like, this is my country.
Yeah.
And I'll do whatever I want to my country.
Now, if you made a little hole.
That's a public urination.
Yeah. How about?
SideStoriesLPOTL@gmail.com. I'm looking for a police officer to answer this question.
We used to do a thing we call taking a knee. Whereas
I remember that.
If you're wearing basketball shorts, you
sure.
kind of pee out the bottom of them, and you don't have to actually take your dick out.
But guess what? You don't have to do at all any of this, because I also think that with shorts, something like that you could probably do is, but this is just me, is creating a sort of pee-friendly environment for the inside of your pants. We're gonna get to other stories, but we're not done here. That I think that if you did have basketball shorts on, you could, and this is again about technique, is that if you stick your hand in your pockets and you pull the shorts out so they're stretched, you could probably angle your penis so that you can pee out of the shorts without getting it on any of the fabric.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But that is expert level.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. That makes sense.
I'm just trying to pee in front of a police officer and say you can't arrest me.
You might as well wear a diaper. That'd be more practical.
I might as well.
But you said you don't like the crinkle.
I don't.
So you'd rather walk around with piss in your pants and wear a diaper?
Yeah, because a diaper means I'm a baby. Piss-filled pants mean I'm a man who made choices of my own.
I don't know if you did. A lot of people just pee because they're sick, which I see in your future.
Those are losers. I'm a winner. All right? SideStoriesLPOTL@gmail.com. I'd like to find out.
What are they answering?
If it is legal to pee in your pants in front of a police officer.
Of course it is.
I don't well, to be completely honest, I don't know if it is. I'm just saying I think that it should be.
Why? Oh my God. If I have an accident in front of a cop and then he beats me and cuffs me?
I mean, I would applaud. If I was watching it happening, I think it'd be hilarious. But I also know that that's maybe not cool.
No.
Biden gets my vote if he signs by executive order. This is the only way he gets my vote. And
I don't think he needs to be making pee in your pants orders right now. That's the worst thing he could do.
I need closure. If you want me on your team, if you want me riding with Biden, sucking dick for Jill, you need me, buddy. All right?
Yeah.
California has no specific law making public urination a crime, but they do use other charges. Again, that's about
whipping out your dick.
Yes. But you have to be careful with that.
All right. Everyone's worried about Biden's age. He shows up and he's like, I'm going to make pee in your pants legal. It's a bad idea. All right. I think that everything you're saying is more than flawed.
I'm just the host of this show, and I have a captive audience of millions. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean in the end? Oh, God. Yeah, Biden's not going to do it. Biden doesn't want my vote. Guess I'm writing in Jill Stein again.
Working on some new legislation. It's about being able to pee in your pants and no one judge you for it.
And you just see me just like one standing up like the Norman Rockwell painting of the guy who went to the town hall meeting just like, yes, that is my president.
Your crotch is just so
got so covered in piss. Just days worth of piss. I just covered in flies.
Thank you, sir.
Finally.
A great American, Mr. Biden.
I stick a gun in my mouth, blow my brains out. Oh, no. The one man the law was for.
Ever tell you about the time I was on the subway and I saw a guy pee in his pants and then he was peeing so hard that the pee just started like shooting out of his pants?
That's a crime.
Is it?
Saw the pee. Let's get to some news stories.
That's a good stream. Having a good stream's not a crime.
Well, I want to hear from our police officers, listeners.
I love when I'm standing next to someone at the urinal and I can tell they got a weak stream. And Fucking
yeah, dude.
I'll pee the shit out of this pee.
Since I started on blood thinners, my piss stream is thicker.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm thankful.
I've started taking vitamin B just so my pee could be more yellow. And it's been great, by the way.
Hey,
it's been a lot of fun.
This is what 40-plus-year-old white men do in order to not become MAGA.
Yeah.
Okay? This is just what they do. All right? So you need to allow him to do this.
My pee was too clear. Fucking hopped up on vitamin B.
Make it orange. Nothing like it. It's like because it's fun. It's something new. Something else.
Truth is, I didn't know why my pee was getting so yellow, and I did some investigating, and it was the vitamin B.
I mean, it would be concerning. I didn't think it was real. All right, here we go. Couple things. Number one, found out what a mistrial is. So they do have to start from the very top. So okay. Karen Reed, they're doing the whole thing all over again. Nothing else has really come out of it. We know that the head investigator from the story, that the one that was investigating her actual, like what happened, he's been either sort of like fired, but like cop version of fired, where I think it's like a priest version of fired.
Suspended without pay.
But I believe he's getting job somewhere else. They're just moving him.
Okay.
They're getting him out. So we will cover that case again when it comes back up. But for now, Karen Reed, it's a free woman and very attractive. So you never know. She needs somebody to hold on to. Now, what I did see is a lot going on here. I'm not trying to advertise for her because we do know one previous person under a lot of scrutiny is.
You know, she took the law into her hands like you're suggesting. They can call her Karen Peed.
Wow. See? Biden, are you listening?
Are you listening?
Are you listening? Are you my son? we always talked about before. It'd be crazy if he had tried to fuck Punter.
Yeah, if he tried to fuck Hunter, that'd be wild.
Kind of fun.
Of course. Well, I don't think it's fun when a father tries to fuck their son. Personally, I don't find that fun.
Again, it's just anything but bore me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely exciting. Well, the other guy tried to fuck his daughter, so that's fine.
That's fine. That's what we got. That's why we have him involved. Now, this next one is that one of my favorite of the show, friend of the show. She hasn't gotten back to us in a minute, but we want to say congratulations, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah.
She's pregnant with, I believe, is 5 Rottweilers. No, that is not true. That's not true. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant. She's expecting her first baby with her very lucky boyfriend, Ken Urker. Now, we know this because she posted an extremely, we're only following this.
Fuck her.
This is our version of page 7, by the way. This is our page 7. Yeah. And so she put up, you say fuck her. I don't know. I just feel like she is being very, very extra recently. Because she posted a thing on Instagram. She is very public with Instagram, as we know. For those of you that don't remember, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she was recently released from jail for basically being an accessory of murder to her own mother, where she convinced and essentially seduced someone from inside of a horrible scenario where she was being treated like a sick child by her mother in a Munchausen by proxy type scenario. We now know that, I believe, that is now called like facetious symptoms disease, whatever the new term for it is. But the idea that the mother was obsessed with keeping her sick and young, and they got a lot of money from stuff like everything. Every single type of charity they got money for. They got a home given to them. They got all this type of stuff. And so Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she was in jail for a period of time because she worked with a young man that she had met over Facebook, where she essentially convinced him to help her kill her mother. He did, and now she's out of jail. So she had a guy she was with in jail. Now, the reason why we are...
Big fat man.
Big fat guy. Well, say...
Well, it's true. I'm a big fat man. Yeah. I'm allowed to say it.
It's just that Gypsy Rose Blanchard,
he seems nice.
She did not have much of a childhood, and she wasn't around a lot of social media. So now she's really into it. And so she posted a thing, which is sad. She came out with this guy, and then she said, then she got back with the first boyfriend she had in jail, Ken Urker, that is now the father to her child. But she posted an Instagram where she posted a picture with her first dude that she got out of jail with, saying, first, you have to kiss a couple of frogs, and then went over to Ken Urker in the same picture to get your prince.
Yeah,
and I
which
was like,
is fucked up.
Dude, the guy's already fucking missing you, Gypsy.
Yeah, and he was already missing you through prison.
So was Ken Urker, and so were several women, because she also had many lesbian experiences in jail as well, she said.
Nice.
I think it's fucked up.
It is. I'd say, honestly, it's fucked up.
I lost all respect for her.
He had a food hoarding problem, which is why she didn't want to be with the first guy. And that's why she was going to be with the second guy, but she's putting him on blast. And I just feel like Gypsy Rose Blanchard needs to just understand that fucking lens comes around many different ways. Because her first husband, he's missing her hard. All right, he's missing her hard, and he wants you back, Gypsy. And I want you, if I could get her, who was her first husband? Ryan. I'd like to invite Ryan onto the show, and I want to get Gypsy onto the show, and I want to hash it out, and I want to get them back together. So if I can get any representatives of Gypsy Rose Blanchard or her former husband or her new husband to email sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com, I would like to give my marriage advice to Gypsy Rose Blanchard, because I, obviously, of all of our marriages, I'm the best at it.
But is Ryan still married to her?
No. They got divorced.
They did get divorced.
Yes.
I know they split.
But Ryan Anderson, he's out there. He's like, he's doing his talk as Jericho. He's hanging out with Jericho. He got in a meet and greet with Jericho. Yeah. That's pretty good. But he only got that through Gypsy. He's looking super sad. Man, I'm feeling for him, man. Look at him. He's so sad in all these.
He seems like a nice guy. This seems like a dude who's available. And if someone was smart enough, they'd pick him up.
I actually think he's fucking capital W weirdo. But I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that same thing with the other guy. But it is sad because he's turning into one of my Instagram goblins.
Oh, you
like very, very quickly.
You follow him?
I follow all of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love all of this.
I only talk about it or learn about it right before the show.
No. I'm deeply involved. I got my Finsta, where I post my beehole pics for Russian prison, guys in Russian prison, which I know that's an outreach, helping them defect. Because my whole thing is being like, you want this Ukrainian hole, you need to come for this Ukrainian hole. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh my God, you're right. This war is wrong. So I've been doing my part.
That's nice.
In that way. But then I use that account to sort of follow people. Then I don't want them to know that the illustrious comedian Henry Zaprowski has now entered the room. When I follow people like this, everybody scrambles.
And that's Dr. Fantasty?
Yes. Yes, everybody scrambles. They just are they can't believe I'm there. But Gypsy Rose, again, we're looking forward to. You said you pulled up a registry?
Yeah, she has her baby registry.
Where is it?
Well, a Daily Mail has found inside Gypsy Rose Blanchard's very pricey baby registry.
It is. I tell you what, you know what's nice about her? She knows her worth.
Yeah. Well, she is estimated to be worth $3 million.
What?
How?
Who would give her this?
I think maybe she sold like TV rights or something like that.
Yeah, there's no way that was a lump sum she got at some point.
Yeah, I don't know
if
she
she
still has $3 million.
Because the Discovery Plus show is not paying her $3 million.
Yeah. Also, like a lot of these things where you go to like someone's net worth.
Oh yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake.
wrong. Like mine said like $3 million. I was like,
where is that version of me?
Yeah.
Her involvement in documentaries, book deals, and talking about her experiences. Yeah, and then she got social media money. That's a chunk of social media money.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah, because she's got 5 million followers on Instagram. Never mind. That does make sense.
Yeah, but she's asking for a $600 stroller, a $400 bassinet.
Ooh, well, bassinet and a stroller. Can't you just get a bucket?
Yeah, I know. A bassinet, I mean, you can get a cheaper one.
What are bassinets?
It's like kind of like it's not it's like you put your baby in and then it kind of bounces up and down. I think.
That's a bouncy table.
Yeah, but it looks more nice. It's got lace over it or
They
something.
just attach bungee
Look,
cords
here's
to my
the bassinet.
diaper.
Here's
And they used to jump
yeah.
up and down. Yeah,
It rocks them.
So, this is on Ashley. You can get one for $149. It seems like a steal.
Yeah, the most expensive item on our registry is a $600 Chico modular travel system.
They do. Travel systems do cost money.
Yeah.
I did get one for Craig Rowan when he had his child.
Did you spend $600 on it?
No, never. And there were 1,000.
$320 monitor. That's a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a good monitor,
that crazy. I think they're just trying to make. Daily Mail loves to fucking.
They are pumping it up.
Yeah, they're pieces of shit.
I think a baby monitor for $320 is actually quite a lot of money. But
you think so? I mean, it's got a little TV screen on it.
I mean, they're supposed to have a fucking TV screen on it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because how else are you going to see the baby? How else are you going to see the ghost stealing your baby's soul as it's sleeping? Yeah, well,
she
this
has
is
multiple bassinets.
This is $400. Yeah, I told you she's having 5 Rottweilers. And it is amazing. And I can't wait for her. And the Grogu baby. That's
lots
really
of
cute.
Grogu stuff.
Lot of Grogu stuff. Big fan of the Grogu. Can't fuck him.
No.
Make sure he knows that. Can't fuck him. We learned that. Bill Belichick, though, will still fuck this child.
He may
matter
use the Force, but you can't.
Bill Belichick is having sex with the lady version
Nothing
of
for that.
Grogu. I'm hearing you. But I'm just sorry. I just accidentally had the pictures of Bill Belichick with his new girlfriend up next to it.
Yeah.
And it does look like a man who is stealing the soul of a child.
Well, may the consent be with her.
She is loving life, man. You just gotta, man.
It's still better than Anthony Kiedis to me for some reason. What's worse, Bill Belichick or Anthony Kiedis?
Bill Belichick, only just because Anthony Kiedis is technically a rock star.
Yeah, he's kind of cool.
And he's got a huge cock, even though he wears his stupid Charlie Chaplin hat. But then his father, was a weird guy. Bill Belichick,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
nothing
the idea.
cool about him.
The idea
Even though
of-
he won 6 Super Bowls, he's still like a fucking asshole.
Well, just the concept of, like, I can imagine. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Kissing Anthony Kiedis. Like, I can imagine a kiss from Anthony Kiedis.
Being
and
exciting, at least.
I would just be like, oh my God, I didn't like so much the last couple of albums, but I remember the old ones.
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
I'm sure she likes the new ones, and that's the problem.
Yes. But then Bill Belichick, can you just imagine what it'd be like? Him. Slow. You're laying in there.
Kissing him, like, oh,
You're laying
I
there and
remember when
wait.
you were coaching the Browns.
Or see if he's there and he's just like lifting up. He's like, Tom never looked like this. She's like looking at her vagina being like, Tom and I never did anything like this. Tom always had to be in control.
He's a horny dog, though. Remember during the season when he got caught on that Ring camera leaving, like in the middle of the football season, he was leaving some lady's house. He had like a one-night stand.
Who?
Bill Belichick.
You know, I may be wrong. This is what we were talking
He's
about
a
before the
dog,
show.
man.
It's true. Maybe I'm wrong. He could have an almost, I'm not, and again, this is not to connect to the crimes, but an Epstein-like sex drive. If he does have something like that where he's got to get his junk squirted 3 times a day, then maybe that makes sense. But it does look like, he looks like he is outside with his nurse. Which is, I guess, good for him. And also, baby monitors are that expensive, so that's really fucked up. All right, well,
I hope
Page 7 second.
I think you owe Gypsy a present from all the time you talked about her.
I owe her a present if she comes to this studio. If Gypsy Rose Blanchard
You're gonna
comes
give
to
her
the
the
studio,
address?
yes, yeah.
Oh, 72 to 24. That is like the same difference as Anthony Kiedis and his girlfriend.
It is, but one is Anthony Kiedis and one is the former coach of the Patriots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different. Anthony Kiedis' friends are cooler. You can go do fun things. I'm looking at them frowning at the Nantucket July 4th parade, Bill Belichick and his child. It's just the saddest, weirdest thing. He just looks like he can't find the ice cream store.
Wow. Do you think he got this chick after the roast?
I think that, yeah, I think
Do you
that
think
she
the
just...
roast like helped him land her?
Does she need a way out?
2 weeks ago was the first time they've been seen out together. Dude, the roast did this.
Yeah. Yep. Bumped him up. Netflix.
Wow.
Netflix did this.
Wow.
You know who did this? Tom Segura. Brought this to him. Unbelievable. Disgusting that would happen.
Is he older than her father? He must be.
I think her father's probably dead. I think that is her father.
Yeah.
Giving him to her. Giving her to him.
He's so excited. He's got to be a Patriot.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he's just like, so the flight gate was a piece of shit, right? You know what I mean? They're just.
I'd let Don Shula fuck my daughter. I know he's dead and I don't have a daughter.
Yeah,
but
it's different.
Now that we're talking about it and really like feeling it out,
I'm not letting anybody fuck my fake daughter.
Really?
Nobody.
That seems worse.
Nobody fucks my daughter. All right? I don't care. I have a fake daughter, but guess what? She's going to live to the fake age of 15.
What about Wes Craven? Would you let him fuck your fake daughter?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That fast. Yeah. We've talked about nothing. All right, let's get into this next thing. We were not supposed to talk about go into this side world, but it's hard. One thing I have learned from my reading of this week was that don't hold in your fucking sneeze.
No.
So that was one of those science things I did not believe. So here comes, this is a listener letter. My father-in-law once held a sneeze in at a school play because he didn't want to be disruptive. Later the day, he started getting a sensation like, quote, a black curtain was passing over his vision. He called his optometrist and was rushed into an emergency operation. It turns out the pressure from holding in his sneeze caused his retinas to detach from the rest of his eyeballs.
Wow.
He had to have hollow needles inserted into his pupils, and they filled his eyes with air in order to reattach his pupils. Don't hold in your sneeze. Don't hold in your sneezes.
Number 2.
After mentioning the guy who sneezed his own guts out, I wanted to mention my dad's story. He held in his sneeze.
It's always the dad.
It's all dads.
You know what's weird? I feel like Julie and I were talking about this the other day. Almost everyone I've known that's died has been a dude.
Oh, it's all dudes. It's all dudes. Believe me, buddy. It is all dudes, and it all happens in wild, fun, new ways. All right, so this other guy, he held in a sneeze. And a few hours later, he got a brutal headache. Like most old guys, he didn't go to the doctor, but it got so bad, my mom took him to urgent care when they immediately rushed him to the ICU at a local hospital where they specialize in strokes and aneurysms. Basically, his doctor said that brain aneurysms are like getting a hemorrhoid in your brain, but when it eventually pops, you drop dead. They did laparoscopic surgery to put an implant in his brain to stop it from popping, and after a week, heavily sedated, he was Gucci.
All right.
So don't sneeze.
Don't hold in your
sneeze. Sneeze. You must sneeze.
Yeah.
You gotta sneeze. Also, big note from the surgeons. I asked last week about bringing your own kidney to an emergency room in order to get it replaced inside of you because you need one. And I said it actually sounds like a really good idea to be like, okay, go and get your own kidney. They don't ask a lot of questions. It turns out that was incorrect.
Yeah.
And that they really have like many questions.
Yeah.
And
lots of rules.
And a lot of rules, and you can't just show up with a cooler full of organs. They're not going to do anything, and they're probably going to call the police. So, yeah.
Did you see the lady who got a pig kidney died?
Yeah.
Lisa Pisano of New Jersey. You know, I mean, she was praised for her decision.
We all are.
You know, to try it out. Thank you for trying to see if you could have a piggy inside you and live. She got it
pigs,
in April.
We've been doing them for a while.
3 months.
We've had baboon hearts in people. I know the pig organs. They are trying to because we say apparently like we do generate very similar organs. But she did. Yeah, I mean, she was older.
I love the picture they used of her as just like in a hospital
playing
looking
Angry
on her phone.
Birds. Yeah. Being, nothing, no picture of her with her family or like after surgery. Yeah, just a picture of her looking at her fucking phone.
Yeah.
That is really very sad.
It says here she's looking at pictures of her dog, which she's showing the nurses pictures of her dog. So that's
we're like,
nice.
oh, great.
How about pictures of the fucking pig? Fucking
He's
saved
dead.
your life.
He's fucking dead.
Yeah. 3
He's
months,
fucking, I
though.
hate him. I know. I think it's
3
huge.
months on a pig kidney.
I think that's huge. So I think we're getting there.
Know what we need to do? Start getting these pigs hammered, get their kidneys used to pumping booze through them,
Yep.
and then we can start putting them in.
Season them like a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
Where we want them to get them used to how we are going to treat them. So we give them like they need to eat bacon.
Olive oil.
Yeah, and olive oil. A pound olive oil.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
pound the pigs, fill olive oil, see how those work. And booze. And you're right. And blow some weed in its face.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know.
So it works, but it don't work.
It doesn't, yes, not yet, but soon. Much like warp drives.
This isn't
Now,
the first time it happened.
This is not. But so warp drives, I want to talk about this. But this is a little science corner.
Science corner.
Science corner in which none of the science, I understand,
Has been done,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we have not, and it's all theoretical. But what they're saying is, I love this because this is full on sci-fi shit.
This bothers me, but we'll get into it in a second.
Warp drives are looking like they are going to be a physical possibility. Now, what is a warp drive? This is a thing that's come up in sci-fi for a long time.
It's flying through space at the speed of light.
Well, that's like one. There's one version. Okay. There's like, we want to say that we can maybe do that. Yes, that will pop it up. There's also the idea of doing something along the lines of folding space, right? We do something where you poke a hole through one end of space and then you can pop out at another end of space.
Yeah.
And there's a way to sort of bring 2 points together, which I don't know how to explain.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't make any sense.
But the math is what they're saying is for the first time, the math is starting to show that we will not need XYZ exotic materials to do it. It's a solution of the field equations in the German-born physicist Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity that resembles a tunnel between two black holes or other points in space-time. So you'd be driving a shortcut across the universe.
it's a wormhole.
And what they're saying right now, it is a wormhole. And right now they're saying we just have the ability to do subluminal version of it, which would mean lower than... Basically, we might be able to shorten the distance, but it still will take an extremely long amount of time.
Yeah.
But what we're basically saying is that we will not need to come up with a new material to do it. They're saying that they believe that what we can make, like what we have in our hands, is enough to make one of these things. We just have to come up with novel ways of using the material and novel science in those worlds. But he's just like, it used to be just straight up a 0.0 possibility that it could be anything. But now the physics are showing that they're work like, again, nowhere near close.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's possible.
We're not seeing this in our lifetime.
Oh, no one will ever see it because of climate change.
Yeah.
So we'll never see it. No, humankind would have to decide as a group that we liked and trusted science and that we would want that to continue on into the future. We would want...
everyone's shown that they hated science.
Yes, very much so. They hate science. They distrust science. So we're not going to. So we're maybe going to do that. This is Star Trek. We could delete that. We're not going to be in Star Trek.
Yeah, well, I mean, going real fast, warp speed. Like, to me, I understand the folding at 2 points, which sounds like it's impossible to me. Because
is.
how are you going to get to the other point?
It's
from
about
here?
It's saying what Albert Einstein is saying is that theoretically there are natural, in their words, tunnels that connect these black holes. So you would be using those tunnels to travel. You would just be, but it might seem
But
instantaneous.
wouldn't there be other shit in the tunnel?
Who knows? We have no idea what's in these
There's
tunnels.
a fucking asteroid in the tunnel. You're fucked.
I have no idea. Or does everything get destroyed? That's where they're. One thing is,
Do planets get folded in with it too?
They do. We know things get swallowed by black holes. One of the main issues of a contention is that if something is swallowed by a black hole, this is a thing they've been talking about for a long time.
Yeah.
Is it destroyed when it goes into the hole? What they discovered not that long ago, which I do believe is true, is that they have found that when something enters into a black hole, it actually does not get destroyed. It's something else happens. So this idea that maybe you go through a black hole and you pop out some other place.
Like
but we no,
another dimension?
you show up in that closet with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? There's ideas that something could happen, because that's what they say. It's an information paradox. We covered a little up because one big contention of physics is that information can't be destroyed. And a black hole for a long time kind of said, well, no, in a black hole, everything gets destroyed. And now they're saying, no, actually, we're starting to see that there are informational artifacts on the surface of a black hole after things have entered into it.
So
which
it's like
means
an unbreakable piggy bank.
we don't know what the fuck it is, but we assume it's a hole.
Yeah, of course it's a fucking hole.
But we think, but we don't know where the hole goes to.
Goes to nowhere.
Or goes somewhere. And that's where we will send Rosie O'Donnell straight into the center because they need a daytime talk show.
She's, God bless Rosie, by the way, for always being the butt of the joke.
She's fine.
I love her.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's cool.
Well, you met her, right?
No, never. I wish.
Yeah, she's supposed to be nice.
I mean, if she likes you.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I feel like she wouldn't like me, man.
No, I think there's a chance she'd like you.
I don't know, buddy.
We'll cast her as your wife.
I'll take it. Is that what we need? This is another thing inside science. So I've explained nothing.
You've explained nothing, but
Side
it's fine.
stories, lpotl@gmail.com. Explain it to us. You guys are good at it.
Honestly, you know what? Please don't. I'm fucking done with talking about warping and wormholes. It just doesn't matter. It's
He's
so
afraid.
counterproductive to the shit we need to make sure happens on Earth.
Well, the thing is, the stuff that's happening on Earth is going to keep these things from happening. So we're going to run into that very soon, probably. And there's another one. You and I got into a disagreement about this story.
Yeah.
Because this is new too. This is part of our science corner. It's a thing called Cognify, which is this idea of a prison of the future. Like you would go into this place, like you experience a crime, and the idea is that you would go in
And they recall your brain.
essentially, like where you would lay in a pod, and then this theoretical system called Cognify would scan your brain, and then what it would do, it would go to the area where, like one example, it's essentially an AI generated image machine, like a headset that would be completely stratified to your experience. And so, like, let's say you murdered somebody. What they think that they could do is, instead of you going to jail for your whole life, what if instead you went to this booth where you would experience 50 years of jail in this booth, and you would have your memories, like stuff like over this whatever, like it would feel like it's happened over 50 years. And you would feel as if you are maybe, in the hands of you're from the perspective of the person you murdered. Let's say you murdered somebody.
You wouldn't feel like 50 years. You'd feel like you were murdered. Or you were raped.
Or stuff like that. They said that. And then, or the idea of maybe that you are in jail for a long time. And that they would then use imagery and various gene stimulation and neurological stimulation in order to change your memories to be memories in which you don't like to murder and memories in which you don't like cocaine. And then you would do these, and that it would fix you. And that essentially, instead of going to jail for your life, maybe there's some theoretical world where you go in and there's memory therapy that changes those ideas in your brain, and then you're released back out like 5 days later.
Oh, yeah. So instead of actually rehabbing you, they just fucking give you PTSD.
No, they fix it.
I don't think that's fixing it.
I believe technically you'd call that a spark plug change.
Like a victim.
But that's the idea. Then you understand what you've done.
Yeah, but why are you out for 5 days? You're not fixing the problem.
No, but now, I mean, I feel like it's not going to work like this.
Yeah.
And then one of the main issues is like, how does memory replacement affect the human activity? Like, how does it affect you literally the fabric of the physical nature of your brain?
It's going to make us all
And
stupid. We're going to think things are real when they're not.
It's already there. It's already happening. But this is, there. Obviously, we're far from here. Many people are fighting this idea. And I just think it's fascinating. I know that they have done studies that they have replaced memories in mice, which is fucking cool.
How would you know?
They said it.
How would you know? You can't ask a mouse.
I saw it in an article.
Mouse?
I saw it in the article, dude. Yeah. The article said it. They said they did it in mice, and they also said they figured out how to code a picture into DNA and put it into bacteria.
You put new DNA into bacteria?
Well, they made pictures out of DNA inside of bacteria.
This is fucking stupid.
It's new.
I know it's new, but like the mouse thing is so flawed.
Well, we don't know. Side stories lpotl@gmail.com. We don't know. I looked that up, and it said something about how it turned bad memory into a happy memory, and I think it was about playing with those little mice balls. But they do a thing where they use some kind of,
Give
it was like
this
a
to the
brain thing.
victims. Let them feel like they weren't assaulted.
No.
Why are we doing this to the guys who did it?
No, we don't want to. No, Eddie.
That's who needs this.
We're trying to change. How do you put it? I feel like with them, it would be the opposite. Take the memories out.
Yeah.
Make them good at basketball.
No, you can't. You don't become
Make 'em
good
do-
at basketball through memories.
I feel it's
There's
one
no
or the other.
exercise involved in that.
We use the fake memories to make the murderers feel bad, but we use it to make the victims have new skills. So if the new skills, we give them stuff like teach them how to play the piano, teach them how to talk Chinese.
I don't think
Right?
that's
Like,
how
they
it
can go,
works,
Why
man.
not? We're already doing it. We're in there. The hood's up.
I mean, honestly, if you can just teach me Chinese in an hour,
Nothing would.
I would totally sign up for that.
This is what we're looking at, buddy. This is like the Matrix.
I would do that.
I think this is going to
Total
happen.
Recall, Demolition Man shit, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
But like if you could go in and like they can give you a language.
But how do you think that we are going to learn how to use this technology if we don't use it on people for a certain period of
What
time?
language would you pick?
Chinese.
You think Chinese?
Oh, yeah, because we're going right there. If you, me, and Marcus could learn Chinese, that's where we're starting the next podcast network, yeah.
China?
Yeah, buddy. No, yeah, we got to move to China.
No.
I've been begging. Rob, you want to go? Rob's ready
I'll
for
go
We're all
anywhere.
ready for purchase.
Yeah.
We're all ready for purchase for China.
Why
I'm
not
ready
Brazil?
to go.
Brazil sounds so much nicer.
No, I want to go to China.
China doesn't have nice beaches.
The government's going to get us. They're going to get what we do here. Okay?
Yeah,
Because we're CIA operatives.
Yeah. And so you think that'll be welcome to China?
Oh, yeah. They'll tell them everything they want to know.
You're a bad operative.
Dun-dun-dun. That's my sitcom.
Bad operative?
Bad operative. Sorry. Just getting fucking shot to death.
He's not evil. He's just bad at it.
I've never been good at keeping a secret. Obviously, this is very controversial, and everyone's going to be angry. Even just
Yeah.
talking about it, everybody's angry. But I do think we should think about it because I feel like there is tech within this that will be very interesting for the future. And I actually think that fucking with memory, is way less invasive than fucking with our genes. And so if we can fuck with our memories in a way to make us better versus trying to do gene therapy, because I think gene therapy is also extremely experimental.
Who is he?
EddieTunes.com. All right, how long have we been talking? Okay, good. All right, so we got this. We got a couple of these.
Yeah.
You want to do some more stories? Do you have anything else? We did almost an hour of updates.
The lobsters.
Buddy,
This is what's going on.
I mean, it's almost to the point where, like, we talked about this.
This type of thing must have always happened, and now that it's like become a regular news thing.
Has it become a regular news thing? You and I are the only people covering this.
Yeah.
No one's covering this as if this is a thing that is actually. This is a spree of meat piles.
But this time they've gone too far.
I don't know who would waste this much fucking lobster. It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Now, this is of course, it's in Canada. Now, this takes place in Ontario. They're looking for someone who dropped a large quantity of lobsters. They were found dumped alongside Highway 17 near Bonfield. Now, according to Constable Renee Taylor, it did look like an abundant number. Probably over 100 lobsters are there.
I mean, a tank, like a filter broke and they were stuck
That's a
with
lot
a
of lobsters. Who's taking them out all the way here?
But why not just dump them back in the ocean?
They're dead.
At least then, like, animals would eat them that should be eating them.
I don't know.
Here, like, a bear is going to get a belly full of bad lobster.
I feel like it doesn't matter, you know? I don't know. They're saying, like, the public, the police are asking for your help. According to Renee Taylor, there were elastics on the lobsters. And it's unknown at this time if they were star-bought or where they're from. A lot of us are wondering if they put the elastic bands on there themselves. Like little Nazi armbands. A lot of us are wondering if this is the SS all over again. Little Nazi lobsters organizing a vote for a conservative government under Trudeau. All right, and they're going to do, and she's mad, right? Because she's saying they're going to decompose there.
Yeah.
It's going to create odors, and animals are going to come out of the forest because of this dumping and littering. So with regards to putting these lobsters there, it's causing a risk.
It is.
All right? No, it's not something we see or we don't. It's something we don't see often. There's not piles of lobsters outside of my home each day. I don't know where the lobsters came from or where the lobsters are going. All right? But they want some information. Oh, who could help us find the origin of the lobsters? Who dumped them?
I mean, look for whoever has a broken filter. Whatever seafood restaurant is fucked.
They were also partially steamed.
Oh, they were partially steamed?
I mean, look at them. They're pink.
No, they're not. They're brown.
I'm looking at pink.
I'm looking at brown. We're looking at the same picture.
You got doo-doo eyes.
I mean, Lord knows. But no, those aren't. No,
Look at little pink claws and stuff.
but look at the rest of their fucking bodies.
You would not call that partially steamed?
I've worked in kitchens. The whole thing steams. The claws don't just steam and then the rest, they look like that.
I don't mean to set them off. I'm just a lowly reporter here that just
That
asks
is a cooked
questions.
lobster. It all turns red.
All I am is a man who stands between the truth and the audience, deciding will I scare them again today?
The shame of this is lobsters live forever if they're not killed.
Lobsters, it's not like they're fucking volunteering at the hospice.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's
but
not like you're
if you're gonna
ruining
kill a lobster,
the neighborhoods.
eat it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, I agree. I think that this is a massive waste of food. It's very, very sad to do, and it's bad for the environment. This is number 3 that we have covered in as many weeks, guys. This has to stop.
Yeah, I think there was just like a power outage at a place that was housing lobsters.
How many more excuses are we going to make? Like, how many more?
It's not an excuse. It's just what happened, probably.
That's all I'm hearing.
But
is
why
that we
not
got-
put it in the dumpster?
I
Why
don't-
drive it to the middle of the woods?
These guys are copycatters. And there's a message here that we're missing. There's something that we're supposed to understand implicitly about these piles. And I don't know what it is.
I think they should be in driveways.
If you want to send a message, yes.
Yeah, I think that's, if I have 100 dead lobsters in my hand.
But it's also interesting the fact that they would go to so many lengths to hide this pile of lobsters.
Yeah.
But then it's still found. Like, what's happening?
I remember I accidentally killed a lobster once when I was on mushrooms, and I ate it.
No, I remember your story.
Yeah, I got.
You carried it around in a pitcher of water all night.
That was a different one. That was a lobster I won that they should have never given to me.
A lot of this just sounds like internalized guilt.
Well, that one is.
Yes.
The second one I ate.
Well,
So I
lobsters
feel
can't-
no guilt on that one.
Well, they can't think.
I think they can.
Well, they're not.
Not well.
You can't make a lobster a pet.
Yeah, I mean, you can make anything a pet. If you have a
guess you're
tank, why not put a lobster in it?
Yeah, I guess so.
You can make a fish could be a pet, a lobster could be a pet.
It ain't gonna last long in my house.
Certainly not.
No.
I definitely I won't eat my dog, but if I have a lobster as a pet, one day I'm going to be like, can we eat him tonight?
You know what I would do? Constantly
What?
replace the lobster.
Oh,
Because
no one
Natalie
would,
would never know.
No, yeah, that's
Natalie
the way
would
to
never
do it.
know. I would just replace the lobster each day and just eat the lobster secretly at night.
It's like, Henry, your feet are getting huge.
Yeah, I noticed there must be something wrong with my feet ointment or something.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, my ankles are simply inoperable. Where's some butter? I bought 8 sticks of butter earlier this week. Where's all the butter, Natalie? It's just jumping. I'm just eating it cold.
This lobsters can be interesting pets, but they require a lot of care and consideration.
Salvador Dali famously used to take a lobster around on a leash.
Do you remember his lobster telephone? That
Yeah,
thing's
it-
fucking cool.
It was cool. I saw that in St. Pete, Salvador Dali Museum.
Compatibility. Pregnant women, children under 5, and the elderly and people with compromised immune systems should consult a doctor before getting a lobster as a pet? It's in a tank. Who gives a shit? Who the fuck cares? What, a pregnant woman can't look at a lobster? It's just going to make her too hungry?
It might snap at her
It's
belly
going to
button.
look at a big, it's just going to turn into a big pickle like a cartoon.
Yummy, yum. And the 5 is going to pinch her in its nose.
Lobsters need a large aquarium with lots of live rocks
No
and
one's doing
crevices
this.
for hiding.
If you have a lobster for a pet, you own a sizzler. That's not a house anymore.
You can get a lobster as a pet from the grocery store.
Toss a couple of shrimp in there. All right, might as well get some scallops.
I love scallops.
I know. It's gonna be empty.
They're so good.
That place is gonna be empty. There's nothing but shells.
Man, I ate
They're gonna
so much-
follow the shells to your bed, and you're gonna be like, "Oh no, I ate my friends. oh my sea friends."
My dream villain to be is the walrus that eats all the little oysters.
Oh yeah,
in
the
Alice
best.
in Wonderland.
Yeah, because they're all big. Also,
The one
you
that,
like it because they're begging.
because you get to play with them and
yeah,
shit.
yes,
and
you're
then
Armin Mivas.
and then you eat
yes,
them.
Yes, that's Armin Mivas.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, they didn't know they were getting eaten.
They were happy to be consumed.
They were happy to go along and dance, but they didn't know they were dancing to their death.
Seems like there should be a lesson in there.
There is. It's a fable, but I want to be the bad guy.
He just wants to eat oysters. He just wants to eat pile of sea fish. That's what he likes. Yeah, that's Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All then, you know what? I've never honestly. Now that you're talking about this, the reason why this is
They're all
always with me on,
babies, too.
Yeah, they're all baby girls.
That's the funny thing,
Like, I
though.
think it's really now I realize it's fucking disgusting.
Also, he's a
The fact
walrus.
that-
Why does he have normal human teeth?
I
Give him
don't know.
tusks.
I don't know, and they're all just baby girls. So the fact that he's just eating a bunch of essentially fetuses.
They're oysters.
Now that's where I've realized. Yeah, they're oysters.
Well,
but
the
not in
tiny
their
oysters
depiction.
are better than the big oysters.
It looks like he's eating a bunch of abortions with hats on. Come here, my little Borties. Little Borties.
That is very close to his voice.
Yeah, sweet, sweet little Borties. One by one. Delicious, delicious. Eat you with vinegar. Ah. I think we're out of time. We have these other letters we got to do. We have this story.
Crimes.
Crimes. Oh, we'll get to crimes too. This is a crime. Lobster pile's a crime.
It is a crime.
Hey, there was something that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Shelby
Hewitt.
I'm going to read the letters. Oh, one question I had that I wanted to cover. Just honestly, again, for kicks and giggles, as my yoga teacher says.
Kicks and giggles?
Yeah, she's funny. She's cute. I wanted to ask. Oh yeah, the Lori Mansion's for sale. It's only $10.2 million.
$10.25 million.
And so all we got to do is get it together. When you look at that interior, I love.
I'm
that
telling you,
interior.
you got to hit up Das Malkin.
We got to try to get that. We got to try to all
10
everybody you know with money.
eccentric people.
If we all got together with money, we could figure out how to get this fucking house.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people like that would love to share
Incredible real
this.
estate. Best part of the entire fucking
An
city.
evil timeshare.
It's just-
between you and your rich evil friends.
Look at the wine cellar in that fucking place.
I mean, that's fucking awesome. Does
It's
it come
amazing.
with the wine?
No, but it does come with the history of slavery, which is
yeah.
really difficult. That is the main issue there. Yeah. Beautiful kitchen, though. Wonderful galley kitchen.
I
Big,
mean, it's
big
gorgeous.
island. Yeah, I love the
It
black.
almost seems like it's too nice to be haunted.
That's how they made it look. The floors, though, were OG. You could tell that's really, really nice. There's
Yeah.
probably a lot of blood spilt on those. That'd be awesome. The red room that they have, they play a lot of, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek for some of it.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit garish, but I do enjoy it. There's a lot of people that made fun of the inside
It should
of it.
be a hotel with all these
We've
rooms.
talked about this. I've really kind of wanted the idea of turning this into a super
dread and
haunted hotel.
breakfast.
Oh God, that'd be
A scare B&B.
it would be so good. It already was one, and the ghosts kicked him out. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens to the next person who gets this home. But 10.2, I could see it coming down because I think he bought it for 8. The original purchaser after, I believe it was Nick Cage was the
Yeah.
last guy who owned this, or it was Brangelina.
Yeah, I could see you. Maybe Jordan Peele could get a piece of this.
Yeah, he's not accepting any of my cutout letters.
Yeah.
Been reaching out to him by leaving
Yeah, he
weird
probably
messages.
doesn't want to buy like a former slave torture.
I think that he would be angry.
He'd against that.
Yeah, I think he'd slap you in the mouth if you asked him that.
Well, who's a Confederate we can talk to?
Hey, Kid Rock.
Yeah, Kid Rock.
Hey, Kid Rock. You're looking. Give me some money. Come on, buddy. We'll figure this out. And also, the other one was I wanted to ask, what's the difference between? Well, I can look this up. What's the difference between scruff and grinder?
I mean, I don't know. I never heard of scruff before today.
Yeah, we were saying a story of a man who was 72, took really good care of
Scruff
himself.
sounds more violent.
It does. He was with a man for like 40 years, and then he got catfished by this dude who then took him out, and then him and this woman essentially found out he lived in a really nice house, and they killed him inside the house and tried to take it over from the inside out, which we learned last week from the bear you can't do legally.
Yeah.
You can't kill everybody in the house. You don't just get it. But I did want to know that is scruff more for, because I know grinder is for sex, but I do think that they do just date off a grinder.
I think scruff is for fighting.
Scary. Kiss fighting?
Yeah.
Different type of fighting?
Scruff, that's like what you pick a dog up by with.
So will you woof at people on it? You woof at them. So this is the drop
very
pulled it up.
dog. It's very dog based.
And I think that, is it for hairier men? Is scruff for big hairy men?
Maybe it's for.
There are men that I have seen with my body type that are very popular on the internet.
Yeah.
And they play with their boobies a lot. And they don't seem to care. See, these guys all look like nice hirsute gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, I think this is for the. Wow, that's a crazy position that man's in.
Yeah, they
That's a heck of a lot of balls he's got.
They could do anything.
I think that these men are very, whoa, he's got that guy by the ankles. Are they playing wheelbarrow? What are they doing there?
What it looks like.
What's that guy doing?
That missionary?
Yeah, what is his term? Oh, he's late for his job at the police station. He better go down there. Yeah, that man. Oh, that's right there, the thin blue line.
Yeah, that cop.
That's a picture I call, and I want to post that on social media. I want to post that picture, the thin blue line.
Yeah,
and because like that shows me that's our boys in blue getting each other's backs in a way that is only depicted in this.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they didn't need to have their uniform on.
To support each other in such an intimate fashion, because they are really gripping.
Oh, look at these pleather daddies.
Well, you know, I
broke leather daddies or pleather daddies.
Well, no, environmentally conscious.
Oh, okay.
And then also, it's nice with this, they both shave their bodies so the hairs wouldn't get caught in the ringlets. Mm-hmm. That's good. So I hope they're there. Mm-hmm. When they're fucking having to stop the next deal.
I hope they'll get married.
I hope so, and then they can have it. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, let's get to some listener lesson.
Scruff is enough.
I think scruff is intense. Yeah, so I guess that is intense. According to just these pictures of all of these men's balls.
Yeah.
See, this is the one. This picture I don't understand.
He's
I think
fun.
that this one, he is fun, but this is.
He's showing he's flexible and he's got a big bulge.
Is that what we want?
I don't want any of this.
But no, but I just find that this is the weirdest position.
I think he's very attractive.
The only way to describe it is that he is doing half a baby. It's a really strange leg position to be in.
He's fucking jacked too.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys are.
He's smiling, but I don't think he's comfortable.
I think he is comfortable. He's stretching.
It's just
he's showing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, look how close my nuts are to my asshole.
Which is honestly, you should probably get that checked because his taint's too small.
No, it's fine.
His taint's too small. His penis is too big, and I think he should go to the hospital or jail.
I
think he should be, yes, that should be fixed.
He's stronger than any dude in any militia. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, he would.
He'd fuck any of those militia boys up.
All Mike Pence is desperate for is for that man to bend him over the glass case of the Bible inside of the White House and have his ass so thickly penetrated by his big, huge infused rod as he comes saying, "Oh, mother, I wish you could see this." He comes out his own dick on top of the Bible. Mm-hmm. Nothing would make him happier. Nothing. Except for having been killed on January 6th. I actually think that would have been his happiest outcome. And
he
all
would
of
have
ours.
been remembered as a hero.
Oh,
if he had
dude,
been
if he
killed.
did, man, that would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was the only way people would have like gone out liking him.
Oh, of course. If he went out, if Mike Pence had a fucking no shirt on, fucking American flag with his head popped through like a gaucho, like the end of fucking like Good and Bad
Like
and
a
Ugly.
poncho American flag?
If he came out with that and 2 fucking 6-shooters he stole from the Lincoln bedroom, just fucking popping off guys saying, you ain't gonna kill me, you ain't coming for my mommy wife,
Yeah,
that would have been fucking huge.
that would have been huge.
But he didn't.
he fucking ran away.
Like a little bitch.
They all ran away.
Oh, fucking little bitches. They should have been there. They should have been fighting. They all should have been fighting for the. That's their house. It's a long story, guys. I feel like we're in really fucking
Jay
horrible,
Johnston.
horrible territory. Yeah, I know. The story of Everest.
Yeah, I know. My favorite sketch of all time, The Star.
Yep.
January 6th, going to jail for a while.
Yep. As he probably should. He needs a
A reset.
a look inside.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's some listener letters. This is very interesting. Now, this comes from the story I talked about last week about Shelby Hewitt, the lady that is pretending to be a child for some reason with the help of a therapist. And we don't really know when. Again, it's at the very beginning of that story, so that obviously more will come out.
Yeah.
But this was a really fun listener letter. Hearing Ed and Henry talk about Shelby Hewitt this week reminded me so much of a very similar experience I had. Back in around 2011, this strange girl, Brittany, started coming to a weekly youth Bible study at my church. When I first met her, I thought she was around my age at the time, but she was actually 12. She often came in her school uniform with her grade 6 books and homework, so I figured she was an especially developed 12-year-old. However, the other 12-year-olds found her off-putting, so she hung out with us all older teens, like Shelby. As we got to know her, she opened up about her tragic past, including witnessing her father murdering her mother, being sexually abused by her father and his friends, a severe eating disorder, and serious self-harm issues. Her arms were covered from wrist to shoulder with healed self-harm scars. My heart absolutely broke for this poor young girl. Brittany came to our summer camp, but it didn't take long for her to raise some red flags, including having razors and lighters in her suitcase. When the camp directors tried to call her older sister, they came to the realization that Brittany was not a 12-year-old girl, but a 25-year-old woman with another name and a social work diploma. Another one, social worker. The police came to take her from the camp, and after a few failed attempts on her part to convince us all it was just a misunderstanding, we didn't hear from her again. This kind of thing, unfortunately, happens more often than you think, but most often nothing comes of it. I'm not sure what her angle was, since she never asked anyone for money or tried to get inappropriate with a kid. My best guess is she simply had an awful childhood and was trying to find the care she never got, which I think is probably what we're going to hear about Shelby Hewitt, too. There's something about a loss of childhood that is creating some fascination with childhood later on, but it doesn't seem to involve sexual assault. It seems to involve just the process of being a kid again and wanting to redo it all.
Just become a Disney adult. That's such a better thing.
I think a lot of those Disney adults need to stop acting like children. I think the key in that term is
But that's the safe way.
adult. But you're still an adult.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
become a child. You don't get to go to Disney, murder somebody, and then get treated by the court as a minor.
Well, if they die off campus, you can.
Only if you've killed a minor and you yourself are 9. Again, and Rob has put up the example of Billy Madison. But everybody
But
within
everyone
the
was in on
world,
that.
they knew.
They knew he was a man
And
trying
that's
to
fine.
do it
Yeah,
again.
that
Yes.
should be allowed and should be encouraged.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, let a full-grown man go through elementary school.
Yeah.
Let him go. We all know he's doing it.
Yeah, he just has to say Zappy-doo.
Yeah, he's just going to be like, well, I'm peeing your pants. It's cool. You can call me Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Like at the top of the show.
Yes.
Because he knew this all come back around.
Wow, it is coming back around.
Yeah, it's all about pissing pants today. All right, so the very scary situation, and we don't know why. And I want to find out more. And I got another email talking about the therapist, Rebecca Bernard, that was involved in this whole thing. And she definitely knew
Of
Shelby
course.
as an adult. That she was an adult.
Definitely is a bad therapist.
Oh, no, well, she's a literal criminal. And we're going to find out how so in the future. Ever since I was a child, I was intrigued by the paranormal, extraterrestrial, and all likes of the macabre. Raised by a young mother who taught me to question everything and maintain a relationship with my ancestors. Ghost Adventures, Ancient Aliens, and documentaries of ancient Mexican peoples, my ancestors, shared my TV screen instead of other after-school specials on the Disney Channel. So in the year of 2016, for my 18th birthday, young, I took a road trip from Orange County, California to Tonopah, Nevada. For reference, Season 2, Episode 5, Zach Baggins investigates the Mizpah Hotel. With roads blanketed in almost pitch black, littered with the corpses of bunnies and other small animals, we reached the Allen Cat House, some brothel with a cheesy theme connected to a diner and a gift shop. While the gas is pumping, I walk inside the shop to energize myself, and the punk-ass driver who decided to stretch an already exhausting drive from 4 to 6 hours. The gentleman at the register asks us what brings us to Area 51 at this hour. I laugh and I tell him it's my birthday, and it's my wish to visit a small town referenced in an episode by my favorite little ghost slut. He mentions how close we are to the infamous government land, and again, I laugh it off. There's no way. It's not even real. The awkward exchange feels much longer than it is, but I left and we pack up our goods and stretched our bones and once again embarked on our ghost adventure. And not even in 2 minutes, I noticed the most incredible meteor shower above us. We pull over to the side of the road, eat these spicy corn nuts, Mexican candy, and mango Monster energy drinks. Our seats are leaned back, looking to the moon roof above us. My dry, sleepy eyes blink, and then bright, white neon, the white they use to describe death, surrounds us. There's no sound, nothing. The utter silence you see in movies once the mushroom cloud erupts and begins its descent among the surrounding land. But what it felt like minutes. I could feel whatever was left of my being looking around in the slurry of nothingness, slow and delayed. Reality finally comes back. The clock on the dash beams bright blue-green and reads that it's just been less than a minute. He and I make eye contact, our stomachs touching our assholes, fear forcing the gas pedal to touch the floor of the driver's seat. We race to the safety of our local hotel room, and for the most part, the rest of the trip was great. Until recently, something was opened, unlocked, and I felt compelled to share my story. Now, I do think that it's very possible you got hit with some weird government thing.
Yeah, just light.
Yeah.
What, they were like, why are you here? And they shined a light on them?
Yeah. Super, super powerful, like beam light, maybe.
Yeah.
Then you got grabbed at, or that, there's some kind of form.
Could have had a stroke.
I am deeper and deeper into the concept of they really have some form of retroactively built technology that they're actively building and working with. That they have some form of UFO mimicking technology and that they are using it. I think it's very possible.
There was probably an alien right behind him. And they were shining the light on the alien. He just happened to get in the way.
I think it's just as good an explanation as any. And crazy? Because it's all real. And you can love that fact. There's no such thing as something that's fake if it's not fake to you. So you can love the fact that, yeah, you're looking at me, police officer, but I'm pissing in my pants. And I'm laughing my way all the way to City Hall because you can't arrest me no matter how
I think they can tell you can't go in with your pants pissed.
No, you can't. That's people's house. And this people has got pee-pee in his people's pants. And he's going into the people's house with his people's pee-pee in his fucking pants.
I'm pretty sure that's what the security guard is for.
If he pisses in his pants, we walk together in solidarity.
If he pisses in his pants, he gets fired.
If he's caught.
It's pretty hard not to catch.
If he's pissing his pants in his line of duty. If he's pissing his pants in the line of duty. You know what I mean? You and I both know that it's funny, and also he could be pissing his pants while saving everyone. And
that's one thing.
Do you take it against a man if he saves your life and he pisses his pants during it? Do you respect him less?
I don't have a problem with anyone pissing their pants.
Why have you been fighting me since the very beginning of today?
I'm thinking that your idea of victory is not victory.
I think that we all as a society need to change what we view a win as.
Yeah? Because our lives are so horrible.
I'm just saying.
That, like, when something awful happens to us, we didn't think it's a win.
You got to begin to like it.
That's like saying it's good luck when you pee your pants.
Well, I'm reading Ryan Holiday's The Obstacle is the Way.
Uh-huh.
So every single thing is you're supposed to say, how can I benefit from this?
Is it a self-help book?
Yeah, but using stoicism.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, talking about the idea of like, because I've always heard this. People always say, "Oh, these business guys are all like the obstacle is the way," blah blah blah, and I didn't know what they mean. And this
Enjoy
is
the
supposed
process.
to be a book.
It's the same thing.
Process sucks.
Well, not if you enjoy it.
No, I like sitting doing nothing. No process. Jack thick. No activity. From nose up. That's what I like. Total paralysis.
Oh my God, I've been
full of
taking-
booze and weed,
I've been-
smoking and eating.
I've been taking Lion's Mane.
Yeah, I like Lions, man. I got it. Yeah,
And so I take 2 on days we record and stuff like that. And then,
I can
days
tell.
I just have to do like work, I only take 1.
Yep.
But days that I'm off, I take 0.
yeah. I want to be as dumb.
I don't want my brain working at all.
If you see me and I don't have to record that day, I couldn't care less about what I'm saying.
No, I want it empty.
I don't. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
experience
want to learn.
anything.
I don't
Yeah.
want nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing going on at all.
Yeah,
I want to look at my dog. Maybe.
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 Yeah, because even that's an obligation.
There is sometimes where I'll spend entire days just staring at a wall.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I think that's my hobby.
Yeah, just looking at a wall.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
If I'm not working, yeah, I just stare. I've been playing BG3 again, playing Baldur's Gate. All right, let's get back into it. We got a lot of stuff to do, guys. We're in the
Oh
street.
my God, we got some side story shows.
We have
Chicago.
come out to Chicago. We are going to be doing an improvised, ridiculous show in Chicago. It's going to be extremely different than our main show in Chicago. The last Podcast and Left show in Chicago is sold out. Come see Side Stories because we are going to be doing something unprepared. And I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it.
It went great last time.
It did.
I was so nervous that it was going to be horrible, and it went great.
But then you realize, have we ever prepared? And that's what you just kind of just take it as it is. All right, you're going to see us out there. Be live.
There'll be some of it.
We'll have bits. Yeah, well, they don't know. They just don't know.
Okay.
We'll just make it seem like it's all made up.
It has
But it also will be.
Yeah.
But we can fake like it's not. We can act like we prepared.
So I don't even know where you're at in the thought right now.
Buy the tickets. Go to TikTok at LP on the left. Go and see all of our stuff on the TikTok. It's great. Go to twitch.tv/LPNTV. See us on Twitch. We make new shows. It's all over the place. Good Pud is coming also. We're doing another Good Pud soon, but Hoopagoo. We're doing a run of
Tomorrow.
a brand new game show that we are running. It is on twitch.tv/LPNTV. Hoopagoo, the game with Ed Larson and Amber Nelson on twitch.tv/LPNTV at 6 p.m. PST.
Yeah, we got Jackie Zabrowski's going to be on it this
Billy
time.
Wayne Davis.
Billy Wayne Davis
Yes.
and MJ Neffel. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Go check it out. And go to lastpodcastondleft.com. Come and see us live. It's a fun time.
Yeah. DC this weekend, baby.
Can't wait. Come see us. It's going to be a surprise.
Love going to DC.
I'm fine with it.
Shout out to the Pentagon. Fuck yeah. Love you guys.
Hey, man.
Fucking
Thanks for the
5 sides or no sides.
Yeah, dude. CIA, thanks for the benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, just so you know, we're helping disturb a lot of stuff. Don't worry, we got it. I got the information.
Do you want to tell them about our problem? Our DC issue?
So, one last thing before we leave. Never a straight answer. The company that is paid by our tax dollars to lie to us about space, NASA, has refused to let me enter their building. I was supposed to go on an all, not expense tour, but because it was a cool thing.
They were going to
For me.
show us around. There's some fans there, and they were going to show us around.
I
and
was
then
going to go and find out about exoplanets and find out information for you and give it to you.
And then they told you no.
No,
Because-
because they called me a so-called conspiracy theorist. And now what we are going to have them understand is that there's no theories about it. We know for a fact that they're lying to us. And now, well, you know what I know?
What do you know?
We never went to the goddamn moon.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Now I know we didn't.
Well, of course we did.
'cause what do
China
you
would have
expect?
said we didn't.
No,
They were
China's
just
got
there.
as much to benefit from our fucking going to the moon because they can't make it to the moon because they are naturally allergic to space.
They just went to the dark side of the moon.
No, that's a lie, dude. No one's gone. Moon don't exist.
Moon don't exist.
Yeah, bro.
We're never going to NASA now.
Fuck you, NASA.
No, I
Fuck your
like you,
bullshit.
buddy. I like you,
Moon
NASA.
steak. The only thing I like is Saturn. It's all the rest of the planets are stupid.
The moon is hollow.
Yeah, and it's not real, and it's stupid. And Venus is
How do you
small.
think it floats?
All right, who gives a shit? All right, so fuck you, NASA. Will allow me in, You think you can keep me out? I know you want me to be calm, NASA. And I know the pan flutes are both for Rob, Eddie, my doctor, Dr. McGarnagle, at the Horse Institute that I go for. I go specifically for people.
Horse people.
Horse doctors.
That's where you learn about all their genitalia.
But just no horse. No NASA. I want you to know for a fucking fact. I might be calm, but that's just because I'm planning.
What are you planning? He's not planning anything, by the way, NASA. Barely put this episode together.
He's a bad operative. Bye, everybody. Bye, J. Edgar Hoover.
Go fuck yourself, NASA.
Yeah, fuck you, NASA.
You fucking loser juice.
Fuck you, except for the scientists that are involved in NASA.
Yeah,
I
we
praise
like you.
I
Yeah,
love
everyone who works there is cool.
I'm going to meet them outside, and they're going to tell me all the shit you don't want me to hear outside the building.
Yeah. The guys up top.
You're all going to be fired.
Fucking cowards.
Even just their association with me is going to ruin that.
We literally would have just been a fun hang. You guys missed out.
I just wanted free seltzer and hopefully a shirt or a hat.
I like the ice cream.
We ain't getting jack shit, Eddie.